Have you ever thought about picking up a cage for your DSLR or your mirrorless camera? In today's video, I have the brand new SmallRig cage for the Sony a7 III. I'm gonna talk to you about 5 reasons why I think you should add a cage to your camera for your next video shoot. And that video is coming up next. Hi, my name's Brian the Camera Guy. On my channel, I review Sony cameras and accessories that go with those cameras. If that's something that you're into, consider hitting that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I'd like to thank my friends over at Delaware Camera for letting me borrow the cage and the Sony a7 III to review for you today. Let's all thank them by going to thecamerspot.com. So this is a brand new cage from SmallRig. You can pre-order it right now. I'll have links down in the description below if you want to check out more about this cage. But this cage is for the Sony a7 III. It's a pretty heavy duty aluminum cage that's built to last. Now, a couple things real quick on this cage. It does have 20 1/4" threads and 16 3/8 threads. You can definitely add a bunch of stuff to this, and we'll get to that in a minute. My number one reason to get a cage is because it gives you a bunch of modular options. With all these threads and holes, you can easily go ahead and mount pretty much anything on here. It does come with this nice handle that screws right onto the top. So you got multiple options. You can screw it onto the top. There's 2 ports for it to go on the top. You can also screw it here on the sides of the cage. So as you can see, it easily screws right onto the top. Now, this handle that it comes with is nice. It gives you that option to do it like an undersling mode. So if you're following behind somebody, you can easily hold this, and it gives you a little bit of stability. It also has this screw that goes right into your tripod. So I'll go ahead and throw this on the Sony a7 III so you can see exactly how it looks. So as you can see, you just slide the camera right in to the cage, and then you start screwing down the tripod mount. And it comes with this nice key that's magnetized right onto the bottom. So it goes right there. To go ahead and lock this cage in, you can just screw it in with this key. So now that I got it on there, this cage is really secure. As you can see, I can turn the camera all the way upside down. And like I said, the key is magnetized, so it fits right here in the bottom. So like I said, you got an undersling mode. With this handle, that's where you get the additional screw holes. What I was actually doing yesterday is when I was out at the beach, I actually had my Rode Video Micro slid right in. There's a little hot shoe right up here. It's got a little button. It's got a little button on the side, a release button. I have my microphone right up here, right on the handle. The nice thing about the cage, it gives you extra stability, extra support. So number one reason to get a cage, in my opinion, is it gives you extra gripping. So you're able to grip on to the camera a little bit better. As you can see here, it's got a little bit of a lip, so this way you can grab onto it and hold it a little bit tight. So if you're shooting some B-roll, or if you're just handheld footage, you can get 2 hands on it nice and tight, and you can create some really smooth motion. This cage also came with a nice little handle here that you can screw right onto the side. So if you don't want to grip it on the side, now you got two really secure handles. You got the handle from the camera, and you got the handle from the grip. So you got the handle here, and you got a couple more 1/4 threads up here. You got a 3/8 thread as well. So now you got really stable footage if you're shooting some B-roll, or if, like I said, you're just doing some handheld video work. With this setup, I have 1 cold shoot here. I have another one over here on the handle, and then another one here on the cage. Nice thing is I was able to mount up my shotgun mic along with my Rode Wireless Go. So I was able to switch back and forth pretty easily. So when I was out there filming, I could just take the cord right from the side here, and I was able to just swap it between the 2. So I didn't have to have a second cord or second cold shoot holding this thing together. So that's tip number 2. It gives you a bunch of cold shoots so you can mount a bunch of different things. Now let's say you're out traveling, you got this cage. The beauty is you can create your own kind of studio setup. As you can see here, I got the cage on, I got the handle, I got the mic attached right on here to one of the cold shoots. Comes with like this little thing that you can actually like mount a light onto. So now you got yourself a whole YouTube studio. You throw into the bottom, one of the bottom 1/4 threads, or if you have a 3/8" tripod, you can throw that right up on a tripod, and boom, you got an instant YouTube studio. you're ready to go. You can get yourself a nice little light. I just have like a newer LED light on right now, but this thing would be more than powerful enough to go ahead and shoot all your YouTube videos with. So you got a traveling YouTube studio once you get one of these cages. That's my third tip. My third tip is you got yourself a traveling YouTube studio built right around your camera. All you need to do, bring your tripod, your light, your mic, you got your cage, so you're good to go. You're up and running within minutes. Tip number 4 is what's nice about this cage, it's pretty heavy duty. So if you were to drop your camera, of course you want to be very careful with your camera, but let's say you accidentally drop it or you slam it down on something, you got nice protection here. So you got yourself some nice protection all around your camera to help protect it against accidental drops. If you bang it against something, it just gives you a little bit of extra peace of mind. You're spending a lot of money on a camera. Throwing an extra $100 or $150 into a cage might make sense just because you get that extra level of protection on the camera. It just gives you the kind of shield. I mean, you buy a cell phone and then most people end up putting a cell phone case on it. Why? Not because they want a case and because it's pretty, but it adds a little extra layer of protection. So this way you don't run into any situations where you're gonna break that $1,000 cell phone. Same thing with your camera. You're throwing a lot of bucks into this thing, you probably want to protect it and make sure that it's safe. So that's tip number 4, is a cage actually provides a little extra protection for those accidental drops. Before we get to the final tip, go ahead, comment down below. Let me know, do you have a cage already? Are you thinking about buying one? If you are, what camera are you buying it for? Go ahead and leave those comments down below. Tip number 5 is that on most cameras, you get that tripod mount thread right at the bottom. Over time, it will wear out. If you have a cage on your camera most of the time, the nice thing is that what you can do, you can leave it mounted right into your tripod, shoot, and then it gives you alternate options. So like I said, this thing has multiple options down here on the bottom. You can easily plug in, or you can easily mount your tripod right here to any one of these ports. So it gives you some flexibility should your tripod mount wear out. You already have a bunch of threads that you can throw this thing into. So my tip number 5 is, gives you that flexibility for extra tripod mounts. The other piece is if you have a cage on it, let's say you're out there shooting Instagram photos, you got those quarter threads here on the side as well. So you can easily just take your camera, go portrait, you can go portrait, and boom, now you got an instant Instagram tripod mounter. So let's say you don't have a good ball head for your tripod mount where you can turn your camera sideways. Now you just throw this on, you got instant tripod mounts right here on the bottom. So you can easily take those Instagram photos, get those nice crisp photos coming out of your expensive DSLR or mirrorless camera. So those are my top 5 reasons on why I think you should get a cage if you're gonna be spending the money on one of these nice mirrorless or DSLR cameras. If you like this video, go ahead and click on the video right now about another camera through the Sony ecosystem. Before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Brian, out.